Now that we've got these covers cut, oh, and sorry if you hear the music in the background. My husband's listening to music, so I really want to add some personalization to these covers before I laminate them. So, a couple of Christmases ago, I'm not sure if this whole box will fit in the shot, but I got a whole big gigantic box of Sharpies. It came with like 28, and some of them are regular point, and some of them are fine point. And so what I'm going to do is just start grabbing some colors that I think might look good. Again, sorry about the music in the background. Let's see. Okay. I'm actually really loving this one right now. But I do like this one as well. So, let me bring in a sticky note and I will swatch them. Let me actually put this cardboard underneath. Okay, see now, this color, which I thought was more of a turquoise, this color that I thought was more of a turquoise is coming up a little more green on here. So now the plain color sides are going to be for the backs, so I'm not going to personalize them. But since these two are both going to be front cover options, so that I can do like this is the front cover, this is the back cover, or this is the front cover, and this is the back cover. So I think so. Let's watch the next one. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but that color comes off almost. It's a very dark indigo, and I'm really loving that. So I think for this one, I am going to go with this color. So what I want to do, and I've got to be careful because this is very glossy. I want to write very carefully and very slowly. Okay, from this week that was back in June, I love this quote, try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. So I'm definitely going to use that one. Change your thoughts and you change the world. I'm going to put that one on the other one, and I'm going to use this color because I really like how it contrasts. Well, I haven't swatched this one. Let's swatch this one. That's really pretty. But this almost matches that green, and I think would maybe tie them together. You know what? I can use both colors. Easy solution. Easy solution. honestly think that they would have wiped right off. I can always redo them, but I'm really pleased how these turned out. So, comment below in the down bar which one you think looks better. Hi everyone. Okay, I'm sitting here with my planner and I've gotten my covers that I made laminated. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut them down to size, and I'm going to punch them and put them on my planner. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, the cold one, my paper trimmer in here, and I'm a righty, so, oh dear, I'm missing my blade. I did that earlier. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, so I'm going to take my paper trimmer and this cover. What I'm also going to bring in is this cover, because I want to make sure that on the side where I need my holes punched, that I leave plenty of room. So what I'm going to do is bring in my fine point Sharpie, and I'm just going to mark that side, and I'm going to mark it at the bottom too. Okay. Now, because I made this the exact height of my frosted cover, when we laminate it, it is going to be a little longer than the original cover, but that's what I want. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave at least, okay, so this is 1 inch, so this would be ½ inch, 1/4 of an inch. I want to leave at least 1/8 of an inch of space between, so that I make sure to keep that sealed. So 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to bring it up against the 1. And so 1/8 of an inch is right here. Okay. It's a little thick of a line, but I can work with it and it will wipe off with rubbing alcohol. So, line that up just right. I'm going to go on the outside of that line. So it looks so close to me, and I'm just, there we go. Break that off. And that's perfect. I'll show you what I'm going to do with the corners. Yes? Oh, yeah, Ruthie. Okay, now I'm going to line the cover up again to the 1 inch line, and so that makes this 1/8 of an inch, because each of these lines is 1/8 of an inch. Something there, but that's okay. Just my other cover, I'll pick it up when we get to it. Alright, and now I'm going to line that up with my cut edge. The blade pulls off pretty easily, but it also snaps on really easily, so not a problem. Except when it's not. Alright. So I'm going to line that up. Super careful. And slice that. Okay. Now for this side, I have my line where I've already marked. So I'm going to line this up. Bring this all the way to the top again. Sure I've lined it really well. There we go. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do with the corners, there's several options. Some people will take a nail file and file them down. You could also hold it up to a lighter real quick. I'm just going to take my scissors, honestly. I'm going to follow the curve, and it's that easy. I'm going to take my scissors, follow the curve. Not always as easy when you're trying to film it, of course. Otherwise, you can, of course, buy a corner rounder punch. But that's what I like to do. And that little black dot, I don't know if you can see it, I'll just take off with some rubbing alcohol. But that's perfect. Okay. Now for my other cover, and this is something you've got to watch out with on the pouches, is I didn't get this edge lined up absolutely perfectly. But that's okay. What really matters is that when I cut it, it's lined up. So I'm actually going to take this really quick. I'm going to use this as my guide. And I lined up the cardstock, not the rest of it. And I'm going to make, there we go. What I'm going to do is draw this line. See, that's what I use. Make sure it's on the edge. Again, it's a lot harder when you're sitting back away from the camera because it's on a tripod and you're trying to view it. Alright. And then, because I'm going to do this edge last because I can trim it and make it perfect, no problem, I'm going to make a line along this one and a line along this one, just so that I know that I don't have to hold it perfectly straight on my paper cutter. Okay, so I'm going to line up going by that line, not holding it perfectly flat. So I'm going to hold it like this. Slide it up a little so that I'm not tempted to try to straighten it out and go just by my line. There we go. And that's perfect. Now, then, because I've already got this part marked off, I am going to do this other side the same way. I'm going to drop that in, line up the line, which needs to be straight on. There's a little line here which shows where you're going to be cutting, and that's what I want it parallel to. I don't want to worry about the edge of the laminate because I got it a little off. So, and there, and that's perfect. And so now I can touch up. Now, oh, sorry, now I can't touch it up yet. I will. Well, I could, but I'm going to do this first. I'm going to line up. Slide this all the way to the top. I'm going to line up my line. I'm punching. Do that. Okay. Now, to make this absolutely perfect, all I have to do now that I've trimmed this edge is line what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this down like this. I'm going to bring this all the way to the top. I'm going to line it up with my bottom edge. And all I'm going to do is line it up so that every single part of the laminate is either touching or past the wire. And once I see that that is good, I'm just going to run that down really super quick. And that's going to fix that. So, if you make a little boo-boo, it's okay. And now I'm just going to check that these are exactly the same, and they are. I still have to do the corners on this one, of course, which I'm going to do right now. to take this curve, which I didn't do as well, but that's okay. Not everything has to be perfect. I take this one, follow the curve, because what I will do is I'll touch it up with my nail file. I just don't like just straight out using the nail file. So, now let me line these up. And all I have to do once they're lined up is, there we go, make sure they're finished off about the same. Alright, now I'll put the paper cutter away and get back out my frosted cover. And all I need to do, I'm going to punch this one first, I'm going to use this one as my front cover first, is line this up. I'm going to line it up at the very, very top. And I'm going to take my Sharpie again. But first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my binder clip on. Because the cover, I really care that it's punched absolutely perfectly. So, I want to use the Sharpie. Alright. Back down. Alright. So I'm going to start with the middle ones because that is making it a little uneven. And I'm going to draw around the edges because what I'm going to do, because the 1/8 hole punch doesn't punch the whole thing, is all I have to do is punch toward the bottom and punch toward the top. So I'm going to get all of those. And you don't have to save your whole frosted cover. Like I saved this part of one that I used as a bookmark for a while, and all you would have to do is just continue to line it up and move it down. Obviously, I wouldn't do that with one that had so little, but like I've messed up from using it over the time. The ones on the end aren't always perfect. So I'll do most of them and then I would just adjust it. And I will have to slide it down at some point because there's this little extra edge, so it'll need like maybe an extra hole, or maybe, you know what, it's a little long to my angle. Maybe I should have centered it. No, we'll see how this works. The good thing about these being so inexpensive to make, because you get the cardstock covers from the dollar spot, is you can always make more. I was actually looking at the file folders that go with those flowery sticky notes that I got the last time, and they are so pretty. I'm tempted to buy them, and then I would have a matching front and back cover that look exactly the same too. So there is that. Alright, so now that's taken care of, and just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and line that up. I'm going to draw that last one, just in case. If I have an extra hole, it's okay. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. Okay, so here's a tip for you guys when you're using these a lot, and they start getting stiff and you're having to squeeze really super hard. I had this can of WD-40 because sometimes we have to spray our dryer when it squeaks. And I sprayed it on like my hole punch, and it's a lot easier to use. Okay, I have this one punched. So all I'm going to do now is throw my scraps away. Okay, is I'm going to snip each of these holes. So I'll do that real quick, just like that. Okay, so now I have that all snipped, and I'm going to go ahead and pull off this one, which has seen better days, and I'm going to go ahead and put on my new cover, which, okay, isn't too bad. I just need to trim a little up here, and it'll be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and line it up. my planner is suffering from a little bit of fat planner syndrome, and I left the circles on here just so you can see that my holes do line up as I'm putting these pieces in. My planner does have some fat planner syndrome though going on right now, so next time I'm definitely requesting or ordering enough pages to get the larger quill because it's getting rough. Okay, so as you can see, I just need to trim off like this bit from the side and then a little bit of the lamination up here, and it'll be perfect. If I would have centered it before I punched it, I wouldn't have that problem, and that might bother you and is something to remember, but I love it. I also like that it comes out and covers the tabs more than my previous incarnation. I also probably could have left less space to punch, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't end up punching the cover. So you live, you learn. This is my first attempt, of making my own, not just laminating Planner's original cover. So I'm going to pull this off, trim it, punch the other one, get them on there, and show you what they look like together. I have all of the holes trimmed, and so now I'm going to go ahead and take off my back cover first just to show you how this will work. So right now it's set up for this to be the front cover or for this to be the back cover. So all I have to do, now if I wanted this to be the back cover, I would have to turn it inside out. But even with that little notch there, it still works out really well for a back cover because I made it reversible. Sorry if you hear that noise, guys. It is right now snowing and raining outside, so that's snow hitting my windows if you hear that, other than the sound of me putting in this cover. Okay. That's the only hassle, is when you're putting them on, making sure that all the little pieces go in. Okay. Sometimes it's actually easier to put it on like midway. I don't know why I do. Okay. So that looks good, and now I'm going to put on the front cover again. Actually, let me put it on this way. It's a little easier. Maybe not. Easier. I was wrong. Guess it depends on the personal preference, though. Now, I don't have a laminator, so I used the one at my FedEx Kinko's, but if you laminate it yourself and you use 10mm laminate, it also goes on a little better. I think the FedEx Kinko's is 3mm, but still. Okay, so that's what it looks like, and yeah, I have some stuff from my work orientation in, and I actually like that because it offers a little bit more protection for my bookmark. But I'm really happy with it. That's that way. And then if I wanted to switch out the covers, I don't even have to take this one off. All I'd have to do is flip it around, and then this would be my front and this would be my back. I mean, I would have to take this one off and re-put it on, but I wouldn't have to put the front one. So that's really cute. Okay, I'm loving this. I'm loving it so much. All right, so thanks for watching this video on making this cover. I hope you got some ideas. Um, Please be nice if you leave a comment, because this is the first time I've tried to make one from scratch, and nobody's perfect, guys. And I'm not one of those people who's going to wait until I get it absolutely perfectly right before I post it. If I had just trimmed this cardstock to the height and length of the paper before I laminated it, I wouldn't have that problem. Because as you can see, the bottom is level with the paper, and this is a little bigger because the cover is normally a little bigger. But you live and you learn. And sometimes, like, I love how this looks. I actually like that it's a little taller, so that's me. Alright, thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.